All right, Tim, thank you. Our weather coverage continues right now with Avajoy Burnett live in Columbia, Howard County.
Avajoy, Columbia saw some of the highest snow totals as we saw there just a moment ago.
They absolutely did. More than 5 inches, possibly closer to 6 inches of snow here in Columbia. One of the highest totals across the state. As predicted, this started out as snow, turned into a mix, and now you can see my umbrella. We have some rain out here. Wednesday morning, roads across central Maryland looked like this. Parts of Carroll County saw the worst of the storm. They had at least 5 inches. A blast of winter shut down schools and businesses and made driving dicey.
695 was kind of covered, kind of slushy. These roads are better, but I saw a guy just wipe out right down the street there.
Our cameras captured this crash in Harford County.
The roads are slick, so you have to be careful with that. Take your time, get off the roads as soon as you can.
Maryland State Police say they had a busy morning with more than 200 accidents and 500 calls for service.
Once that snow kind of picked up around the 8:30, 9 o'clock range, we saw an uptick in activity on Maryland roads.
State Highway activated hundreds of crews for the storm, a confidence booster for drivers who ventured out by late afternoon.
I've been in rainstorms that have been harder than the snow today, so it's no problem.
And when much of the heavy lifting was done, crews started focusing on sidewalks. This was in Ellicott City. And on smaller roadways like the loop around the mall in Columbia. Now that the worst is come and gone, it's back to work.
It was the perfect snow. I didn't have to go to work, but the roads are pretty drivable and life goes on, so I'm pretty happy with it.
And just now we've gotten some updated numbers from Maryland State Police. They said they had more than 230 crashes across the state, more than 800 calls for service. Pretty significant numbers there. State Police told us earlier today that one of their troopers was involved in an accident. Someone slammed into the trooper's cruiser. That trooper was taken to shock trauma, but no major injuries. Live tonight in Howard County, Avajoy Burnett for WJZ.
Avajoy, thank you. We go now to Kelsey Kushner live at the WJZ Mobile Weather Lab in Towson.
Yeah, Kelsey, how do the roads look out there right now?
That's right. Well, we are driving right now in Rogers. I'm going to turn the camera around that way you guys can take a look at what the roads look like. This is one of the side streets here, still a little messy out here. And that's the biggest concern for drivers tonight, that slush and the wet roads will turn icy overnight. It was a messy day across the state. Heavy morning snow coated streets and sidewalks and left piles of slush along highways, making the commute difficult for drivers like Naomi Roth.
And just like sliding everywhere, especially on turns, drifting and stuff.
Wednesday's snowstorm dumped several inches of snow across the state. Baltimore City and County, along with Harford County, all saw at least 4 inches of snow. In the city, crews pulling 12-hour shifts to keep up with the wintry conditions.
So a little slushy, a little slippery. We need folks to slow down.
There were some delays at BWI Thurgood Marshall Airport as crews worked to de-ice planes so they could take off safely. Plows were also pushing the snow off runways and taxiways. The winter weather shutting down schools and government offices and forcing families to dig their way out of the mess, while some in Harford County played in it.
Can throw snow at people.
And as the rain melts the snow and leaves behind soggy, wet roads, Baltimore County Johnny Oshevsky says it's icy spots drivers need to watch out for.
We know that there's some ice potentially in the forecast later today, mixed with some rain. We just ask folks that if it seems wet, treat it as ice.
Now you might be able to tell from the reflection of the street here that this is just piles, lots of snow, lots of water out here on the road. Now the forecast calls for some warmer weather tomorrow. Officials are hoping that sunshine will melt the roads, get rid of all of this snow and this slush out here. They do say you still want to be careful if you are headed out because the roads are still slick. I'm Kelsey Kushner reporting live for WJZ.